my name is Eureka Kawasaki, and today I'll be interviewing Mrs. Earwood, the Pastoral Director of UWC ISAK Japan. Thank you for coming, Mrs. Earwood. So, the first question I'd like to ask is, what led you to become the Pastoral Director of ISAK?
When I first arrived, which was around 4 years ago, there was people on duty, but there wasn't really a pastoral program in terms of house mentors and things. So in my first year, we trialled what that would look like with a pilot house. Myself and Miss Lacoste worked with R4 and were house mentors for that house, and it went really well. And so the school could see the need to make the program bigger. So my job changed to the residential coordinator, and then as the year passed on, we were looking at the needs of the school and the students, and we could see that there was a gap, that we had people to look after academics as a whole, but nobody really to look after the pastoral needs and oversee counsellors and health and the everything in between. So I now have that role.
What skills do you need to fulfill your role, and how did you acquire them?
I think being a good listener is really important, and trying to be supportive and open to discussion and to hear people and what they have to say. And I have had many different jobs, and I started in outdoor education and working with at-risk students, where you have to remain calm and try and get them to listen and be on board with working as a team. And so I think that really helped me gain the skills needed to fulfill the role. Yeah, it's good.
What big changes have you made since coming here?
So we started the House Mentor and Duty Mentor program. The Life Skills program that happens on a Wednesday used to happen on a Monday night in the houses. And so sex education and the conversations of consent and the conversations of boundaries. Later on in the year you'll do like cooking or budget and how to manage your money and stuff like that. So implementing that as well. And then we have had mixed gender housing. We piloted it in my second year. We saw there is a need for students to feel comfortable at home. And some people don't feel comfortable just living in a single gender house. And then based off the needs of the students, the amount of houses that we have changes each year. And then we've also, based off the needs of students, had gender non-conforming rooms. And so, you know, we don't have that this year because the need isn't there, but that doesn't mean that it won't be there next year or halfway through the year it might be needed. So we are always open for change and to make sure that everybody is comfortable where they're living.
Did you face a lot of challenges when you tried to implement the non-conforming or the mixed gender?
Yeah. So you have to check like legal stuff and make sure that legally it's okay. Then you have to go through writing a proposal, and I had to stand in front of the board and talk to them about what it would look like and the possible pros and the cons of what that could mean. Obviously the risk of having males and females living together in the supervised setting that we have here is quite high in terms of pregnancy and other things when people are not listening to the rules. Yeah, it was a challenge, but we worked together, and then after the first year, myself and some students that lived in the mixed gender house presented again to the board, and they approved that it was okay for us to continue. But that doesn't mean that it's not always a challenge to keep it. And the mixed gender houses do have a lot of eyes on them all the time in terms of, is it working, should we change it? And so that's just a continuous conversation, really.
That concludes our interview. Thank you.
Thank you.